rejection becomes lesser. So I want you guys to have less rejection and pay more attention to these training classes.
All right, we'll be waiting.
And Ronnie, if you can please put your recorder on for this particular meeting training.
Hello.
Yeah, hi. Pankaj.
Hi, Amit. Hi.
Yeah, hi. So the team is there. So they belong to different region. So basically, this team is hired for the the image collection for the black ethnicity people. So they would couple of them are experienced, couple of them are freshers. So I would consider this team to be a fresher and give them a guideline or give them a detailed understanding so
Sure.
that they end up with lesser rejections or no rejections
Sure,
while
sure, sure.
submitting.
Sure, sure.
So over to you.
Sure, sure. Thank you, Amit. Thank you very much. So, hi guys. My name is Pankaj. So, I'm going to take you through the detailed guideline of the current project Paravision. Just a moment. So, is my screen is visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Right. Great.
Yes.
Great. So,
Yes.
basically, this is my document. This is the document. Right. So, what is our requirement is basically we are looking for a participants who can submit the images. Right. When I say images, so the total requirement is around 5,000 users who has to submit the 21 photos from their mobile phone. Plus, one photo would be like enrollment photo, which would be a current photo which has to be clicked recently, which is kind of an enrollment photo, or you can call it as a passport size photo, whatever, right? It should be clicked from their own mobile. And rest of the remaining historical images, uh, so they don't have to click recent photos or submit recent photos. The historical photos means the photos which are there in their phone library or a gallery, and the duration is like from 2012 to 2022, which includes the current year, right? So overall there are 5,000 users, but initially we are starting with the 4,000 users data, which includes the black and e station majorly. Black participants we would be needing 2,000 and e station is 2,000. So overall the volume is 4,000. Here it is coming, right? For South Asian and white we have put on hold. So once we'll complete the 2,000 for black and e station, then we'll go with the South Asian and white people, right? So how we are going to do it, let me explain that. So basically what we need is black 5,000, sorry, black 2,000 and e station again 2,000. So first we need to understand the bifurcation of a gender, that is a male and female. So we need male and female both. 50-50% bifurcation will be there. So for black, we need 1,000 male and 1,000 female. Similarly for E station. Similarly for E station. Now again, there is a one more bifurcation of age. When we say age, so there are two in two ways we can submit the data and we can collect the data from the users. One is The users, those who are falling under the category of like 18 to 45 years of age. Second is who is more than 45 plus, like 45 plus 46, 48 or 50, 60 years of age. These are two bifurcations in the overall volume of 2000. Now, how we are going to do it? For male, again, there is a requirement of 1000 male and 1000 female. So the age also we will divide into these two categories, male and female. So in male, 18 to 45, we need 500, and 45 plus, we need 500. Similarly, for female, it's going to remain the same. That is 500 for 18 to 45, and 45 plus would be 500. So altogether, the volume will become 2000. So altogether, the volume will become 2000 over here. It is same for uh, East Asian as well. It is same for East Asian as well. So this is the volume bifurcation which I have shown to you. So now moving back to the guideline that all users should be 18 plus. The current age I'm talking about. So for an example, if a user whose age is like 23 years and he is submitting the historical photos of like 8 years back when he was like less than 18 years, that is okay. But the current age should be 18 plus. Current age. If in the historical photos he's a kid or maybe of age like 14, 16 years, 15 years, that is fine in the historical photos. But the current age should be 18 plus. This is what it is mentioned over here. Now moving to the areas where countries or the regions from where we can do the sourcing. So the first point, especially for the East Asian race, it is mentioned like China, Japan, Mongolia, North Korea, South Korea, Tibet, and Taiwan. So basically, these are the countries from where we cannot source the data. Basically, these countries are restricted, and we are not going to submit the data from these countries. Now, there is a glitch in it. So, for an example, any person whose ancestors are from China or maybe Japan or maybe from the Mongolia or maybe from these mentioned countries, their ancestors, but the current country of residence is some other country which is mentioned here, like all these countries. So for an example, let's take an example of Vietnam. So a person who is residing in Vietnam as of now, but his ancestors are from China, Japan or Mongolia, any countries mentioned above, that data can be accepted. That is no issues because the current residence is Vietnam. Now, again, there is one more point which I wanted to add into it. So for an example, if a Chinese person went on a personal visit for 10, 15 days and he is submitting the data from Vietnam, that won't work. The country of residence should be Vietnam, no matter his ancestors are from China, Mongolia, Japan, or North Korea, right? And the person should be looking like an East Asian, right? Is this clear? So these are the approved country lists from where we can source the data, like Albania, Argentina, Bangladesh, Bahamas, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Burundi, Cambodia, all these countries still here. So all these countries are approved country list. You can source from here and you can submit the data from these countries. Now, even though if the person is residing in Ghana, even his ancestors are from Ghana, that is wonderful. We have no issues in that also. So till now, I hope my point is very much clear to everyone. Just let me know. Hello? Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, I think everyone
Yes.
can hear you.
Yes, can hear you.
So till now, it is clear, right? So moving ahead, so if somebody has a query, so the best option would be you can just text it here so that everyone can understand and everyone can see it, right? So moving back to the document. Now, as I've told you that we would be requiring a total 21 photos, out of which one photo would be an enrollment photo, which should be like a passport size of kind of photo, right? A document, the photos which can be used to paste it in the documents, those kind of photos, which are called enrollment photos. So there is a specific requirement for enrollment photo. The first requirement says that the photo should have a solid color background, does not need to be white, can be of any color. Clearly mentioned. The background, the background, so it should be a solid color like blue, green, red, white, whatever, but it should be a solid color background first. Second point is color image, not black and white. So for enrollment image, we are not going to submit any black and white image. It should be recently clicked from your mobile or from the user's mobile with a certain technical specification, which we are going to discuss it right now, right? Third point is very much important, especially for the females. So we are not supposed to submit the enrollment photo which has a makeup or face paint, wherein makeup includes the lipstick, eyeliner, kajal, all these stuffs. So it should not be there. It should be a purely natural image or an enrollment photo. Face should be in the center of photo, full head and shoulders in frame. Only one face in the photo. So if you're clicking the photo, enrollment photo, it should be one face looking at the camera. Face should be in the center from the all the frames of the image. Flat indoor lighting, no shadows behind head or on face, no side lighting. So if for an example, shadow is coming on the face or on the background, those photos will be rejected. The most important part is the image resolution. Image resolution is 1920 by 1280. This is a minimum resolution that we have. You can go for higher resolution as well, but not less than this resolution. Higher resolution means you can go for 2000 by 2000, 2500 by 2500 or 3000 or 4000, but it should be minimum 1920 by 1280. Image should be right side up, no tilt, and neutral face expressions. Neutral face expressions, no smiling, eyes should be open, closed mouth, no teeth visible or a wide open mouth. Teeth should not be visible, no smiling, just a normal photo or normal image. No occlusions. This is a very important part. No occlusions. The face should not cover with certain kind of mask or any occlusions like mask or mic or something like that, or a hand, nothing. Face, eyes, nose, mouth, chin, cheek, this should be clearly visible. No occlusions will be added. Secondary, frontal and frontal with no more than 15-degree deviation roll pitch, your eyes open and visible looking at the camera. Fine. The person should be looking at the camera. He should not be looking down or upward or sideward, left or right. Straight away, looking at the camera position. The photo should be clicked straight from the front. No blur, incorrect focus or motion. The images should not be blurred. The image degradation or graininess should not be there. No upside down or 90-degree rotated images. So these kind of stuff should not happen. No watermarks on the images, because normally usually nowadays we are using the Android phone, iOS phones, and we have an options to active those watermarks options. When I'm clicking the photo, so automatically in the photo image it will automatically say the mobile model number, the date it has captured, right? So those kind of watermarks should not be there. No any post processing should be there. No accessories like scarves, hats, sunglasses, or any that occludes the eyes, nose, or mouth. So nothing should be there. Hijab is okay. So for an example, if we are if any like hijab is basically worn by the Muslim females. So in that case, hijab is okay, but hijab should not cover the eyes, nose, or mouth. This should be visible. Then that is okay for the enrollment image. And image format is okay. Either you can submit the data in JPG, HEIC, PNG, or whatever the format is available, or it is clicked in any format, it is acceptable. Now, there are certain examples which the client has shared with us, that is acceptable enrollment images. Just before moving to this, I'm going to discuss the volume by number of images to be submitted by the per user. So again, moving to the Excel. So for an example, Pankaj is one user, right? He is going to submit 21 images. Out of 21 images, sorry, 21 images. Now, out of 21 images, one image will be an enrollment image, and rest 20 images will be historical images. Historical images. Right. So total is 21. Now enrollment image we have discussed. Now, historical images, 20 historical images should have a clear 100% deviations or variations in the photos. Now coming back to the guideline. So first let's discuss about the acceptable enrollment image. So these are the enrollment images which are acceptable basically. we are going to accept these images. Now the middle person is wearing an spectacles, but these are the sight spectacles, eyesight spectacles. He might be having some myopia or hypermetropia, any kind of eye disease. That's the reason he's wearing it. But ultimately, his eyes are not covering because it's a transparent glass. So for enrollment images, this type of specs are acceptable, not the goggles. Right, unacceptable enrollment images, these are the images which are not acceptable for the enrollment, because basically this is not fulfilling up the criteria. Side profile or these kind of images, shadow, too much face paint, makeup, these are unacceptable images. Graininess, watermark, eyes closed, lighting too harsh. So we have added certain examples in the guideline as well to understand in a better manner. Right. Now moving to the historical photos, which is a major part of the project. So historical photos, we have a limitations that each identity, that means user, should submit 20 distinct photos from the past 10 years, from 2012 to 2022. Now, when I'm saying about 2012 to 2022, so most probably every year, like from 2012 you can submit 2 photos, from 2013 you can submit 2 photos, from 2014 you can submit 2 photos, and so similar way you can submit the photos till 2022, right? But this should not happen that I have submitted all the photos from last 2 years only. This is not accepted, because the major use case of this project is for the facial detection, identity detection and the facial detections. So for this purpose we need the data wherein in a certain amount of years the person, how the person face is getting changed but still can be identified and be recognized by a system. This is the basically a use case. So from 2012 to 2022. Now if we talk about the leverages, so definitely we do understand that from 2012 it's quite difficult. So it's okay if 2012 images are not available. It's okay if 2013 images are not available. But yes, of course, it's good to have like 2013, 14, 15, 16 until 2022. So you can take 2 or 3 photos from every year and submit it. So the total count should become 20. Now, coming to the current year, which is 2022, I hope everything is clear till now. So if anyone has a doubt, just let me know or raise your hand. I'm okay with it, right? So coming back to the 2022, the current year, what is the maximum number of photos I can submit from the current year? First point. So 2022, we can submit maximum 3 photos. That too with the EXIF information. Now, what is EXIF information? Whenever you click an image, there is a certain information of each and every clicked image is saved in the mobile, and when you run some script, technical script, so it will tell you all the details of that image. For an example, resolution, for an example, focal length, date of clicked, time of clicking, model number, location, everything. So if you're submitting the images 2 or 3 or whatever number, more than 3 is not allowed basically. So 3 images from 2022, you should click the image by GPS on, by keeping the GPS on in your mobile, so that it can help us out to identify the EXIF information. First point. Second is coming back to the enrollment photo. So again, when you are clicking the enrollment photo, as it is a live photo of the current year and the current day when you are submitting the data, so again the GPS should be on from in your mobile. I hope this makes sense to everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes, sure.
Okay. Now moving ahead for the second point, photos should show a wide variety of appearances, pose, environment, facial expressions, date captured and time of day captured. That's fine. Date captured and time of day captured might be not possible for every historical photos. But if it is available, that's good to go. But especially for 2022, as I have told previously, that keep the GPS on so that automatically for recent year, current year, the date capture, time of day, everything will be available. Selfies are preferred, but any photo with the face visible is acceptable. Fine. Basically, the client is looking for, or we are looking for, an image that can be clicked as a selfie from their own user's mobile, but it's fine. Somebody else has clicked it in their mobile and they have submitted the data, that's fine. So user can submit 20 photos from his own library, right? And even though if you are submitting the group photos, that is fine, but the only concern in the group photos is the main person, the focused person should be visible clearly. For an example, if all of us, those who are in the meeting, let's say out of 10 people, we have clicked a photo including 5 people, so there are 6 people in the photo including me, but I'm the main person who is going to submit the 21 photos or 20 photos. So in that group photo, my face should be visible clearly. Group photos are acceptable, but I would suggest you, to be on safer side, don't go with a larger size group. Go with a size of group like 2 people, 3 people, 4 people, maximum 5 people, not more than that. Because more number of people in the images will decrease the quality of image, or maybe possible that the main person, the focused person who is going to submit the data, his face will not be visible, right? So this is one point. Any digital format is okay. Photo should be provided to client in original format, file extension, whatever it is, right? Now, for historical photos, fine, anyone who is less than 45 years of age is acceptable. Historical image, right? Now, sorry, there are additional requirements basically. Photos are clearly from different days, as we have mentioned, from 2012 to 2022, right? No specific backdate required for historical photos. Photos show a wide variety of environment, style of dress, poses. Now, again, this is the most important point wherein we have to be more focused and we need to do the sourcing according to this only. So basically, we are looking for the data where person is submitting or a user is submitting 20 photos. All 20 photos should be in the different dresses. All 20 photos should be in a different, uh, with a different background, different poses, and different clothes, and from the different year. This has to be keep in mind. Subject face should be clearly visible, not blurry. Subject's body may be in the frame. Resolution may vary depending on the type, model, capability. So there is no specific resolution for enrollment images. There is no specific resolution. So it's fine if we are getting a low resolution images also. But for enrollment, again, I'm repeating, for enrollment images, we do have minimum resolution. That is 1920 by 1280. Now, these are some samples which we have added just to understand the this historical photos concept, right? Till now it is clear, so that I can show you the one sample wherein I can show you in what cases the image will get rejected and what cases the image will get approved. I'll show you the sample. Wait.
What else can we do? Hello?
Hello.
What else can we do?
I'm so sorry, but your voice is breaking. Actually, I'm not able to hear what you're asking. So I would suggest you to just questions from where we can collect these images. Okay, I'll answer this. What about black countries not listed in the table? Okay, so from where we can collect these images? Again, the same questions. Yes, please explain this point. Which point are we talking about? So I'll answer all these points. From where we can collect these images? So all the countries list are already mentioned in the guideline, all the countries list. So for an example, if we talk about the black, so black countries, we have Nigeria. African countries you can collect, Nigeria is there, right? And other countries like Kenya is there, right? So you can collect from these countries list. Again, I'll go back to the list and I'll show you. So you can see like Ghana is there, Kenya is there, then Nigeria is there, and so many other countries are there. So you can select from. Congo is there, Cameroon, Cambodia, so many countries. So you can collect any from any of the listed countries. These are the limited countries that we have. Can you explain the exit again? So exif data is basically when I'm clicking the photo, right? So in that case, what is happening? We have a certain properties of each image that we have clicked that may include the information like the date, time, mobile device, focal length, aspect ratios, resolution, location. Every detail will come in the exif information. Every detail. All images of all these years seems impossible. The images for all these years seems impossible. So, to make it this point very much clear, uh, I understand 2012 or 2013 or maybe some like half year of 2014, that might not be possible, because at that point of time the users won't be having that advanced technology phone or high resolutions phone, right? I do understand. But yes, of course, when we started using the cell phones or mobile devices, so it's like from 2014 we actually started using the camera phones, wherein we have a lot of memories and memorable images that we hold, that we have. So I guess from 2014 it's quite possible. So you can just try it out. EXIF data required for only photos from 2022. So not necessarily. Yes, 2022 is mandate to have the EXIF information, including the GPS. But if you have the EXIF information for the images which are clicked in the 2019, 2018, or 2020 or 2017, I'm okay with it. But not necessary. But for enrollment image and the historical photos of 2022 should have the EXIF information. Can I submit an enrollment photo from past years? Uh, yes, you can, but ideally that should not bring a change in your facial features. Otherwise, it will be a problem. And whose photos are we talking? So, photos of a user. We are not supposed to web scrap. We are not going and searching in the internet and we are downloading the photos. No, that will not accepted, because those are rejected. We want the photos from the real users, like you guys, like me, like the colleagues that we have, all these. I hope all questions which are mentioned here I have answered. Did I miss anything?
Yes.
Okay, so let's move ahead. So I'm going to show you one sample basically. Just a moment. Just a moment. So this is, I'll just show you some random images, and I'll
Can
give
you share one demo?
Yes, I'm showing the images. Right. So this is basically an enrollment image. This is basically an image with a solid background, right? No makeup, no kajal, no lipstick, nothing. So you can have this photo till here as well. It is accepted till here. It is accepted even till here. It is accepted. But the resolution should be 1920, more than 1920 by 1280. See the resolution, 470443 by 8, right? This is the enrollment image. Now, moving back
So
to
do
the,
we have to take real photos of people around us?
yes, for enrollment, yes, all these photos are for the real people. Real people. So this is the user. She is a user who has submitted the recently clicked enrollment photo at the time of submitting the historical photos. Now, from here, we have the historical photos. See, so this is acceptable, right? But I would suggest not to click these kind of images, because ultimately her hand is basically occluding the face. It's coming in between the face. So this kind of images is not acceptable. Again, moving to the next images, the person is wearing a goggles and it is edited. This 2022 has been written separately on the image. So this is a pre-processed or a modified image. So this is not acceptable. Secondly, the person is wearing a glasses, wherein the purpose of taking the images will not fulfill, because the eyes are not visible, right? So this is I'm showing the rejections criteria. This image is perfect. See the background. This image is perfect. This image is perfect. This image is perfect, no issues. This is also perfect. This is perfect, but make sure the header part should not get cut in the photo. It should be clearly visible. The hairs are getting cut. cut in the photo. This is perfect, but somehow this photo will get rejected because the one part of the eye is not clearly visible, just because of the cap. So this is acceptable, perfectly fine. This is fine again. But again, I would suggest not to go with the upper part because the head should be clearly visible. Now here again, the hair part is not visible. Again, this is repeated. So we have already submitted this image previously. So 3, 2, 3, 12. And this the fifth image and 12th image is same. So in the same clothes, even in the same background is not accepted. 100% background difference, 100% clothes different, 100% pose difference. That is what we are expecting, right? You can see this even here. These kind of photos are acceptable, no issues. Now, screenshots from their mobile are not accepted. Like we have taken the screenshot or uh, and submitting the photos, not acceptable. And this photos will get rejected just because of the watermark. It is given here. Might be in the call, in the screen, it might not be visible, but it is written, the phone model. This is fine, perfectly fine. This is perfectly fine. So historical images, makeup, everything is okay, but enrollment images should be very much plain and clear. So this is just one sample. I'll show you the another sample also. Random samples I'm showing you. This is a historical image, perfectly fine, no issues with the historical image. We can see the details, the resolution is high, good to go. Right, this is perfect. This is perfect. But again, goggles has to be avoided. This is done perfect. This is also perfect. Perfect. This is also good. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. Good to go. No issues. So in this way, I hope the point is very much clear that we need to submit the photos with 100% variations, 100% background, poses. It should all be different, right? So moving back to the guideline. So this is the entire project is what we are discussing about, right? So Amit, should we go for the metadata as well?
Yes, yes, please. So for metadata, I think Ronnie is there, so he has to get the understanding. And
Okay.
other than this, I think the submitting photo is what is the important part. That how can these guys can go ahead and submit the photo images.
You mean to just about how to upload the photos in the and where to upload?
Correct. Is there if there is any conversion of the file, or if it is not there, any restriction in the conversion?
It's simple. I would suggest you can see the mode of transferring the data is up to you and how you are collecting the data from your team members who is sitting in Africa, maybe in Thailand or whatever the country. The mode of transfer it purely depends on you. But I would suggest no, don't go with the WhatsApp or Telegram because ultimately when you download the images in WhatsApp or Telegram, it will degrade the resolution. So it's better we can use the Google Drive among your team members. And then I have already shared the drive where you can directly upload the data. First point, right? After collating the data, you can submit to us and we will check it, right? Now, this is the metadata sheet, which we are talking about. So this particular metadata, just a sample, this particular user has submitted. So, uh,
Before you start, Pankaj, so Ronnie, so you need to pay attention to this metadata sheet, which you need to get it ready and send it to Pankaj. And you'll have to Pankaj, can we start off with the purpose of maintaining this metadata sheet so that you will get the detailed understanding for it?
sure. I'll show you the sheet. So basically, this is the metadata, right? So I'll do one thing. I'll just remove all this information, right? Now I'll tell you how to do it.
And after this, I think you need to cover one more point, which is about the consent form. So we'll have to give them a
I'm
brief about the
going to
consent
share
form.
that point. Don't worry, I'm going to share that point. So just to update, every user will be assigned one unique ID. So for an example, if you guys are sourcing, let's say 2000 users from Black, so I have already shared the ID numbers. Like for an example, 3 underscore 5000 is one ID, 3 underscore 5000 1 to 3 underscore 7000. These are the 2000 IDs which I have assigned from 3 underscore 5001, 5002, 5003. These are the IDs. So basically each user will be identified by a user ID. So for an example, one user is Pankaj, whose unique ID is 3 underscore 5001, right? Now the file name. Now the file name is a very important part because as of now we are submitting the 21 photos. We are submitting the 21 photos for everything, right? So in that case, what we need to do is we had to create a naming conventions. So I have already created a sheet. If you want, I can share this sheet with you, Ronnie, so that it will be more helpful to you to just rename the images and submit to us. So the first image will always be an enrollment image, and rest of the images will be a historical images. First image will always be a enrollment image, and rest of the images will be a rest of the 20 images or 21 images will be an historical images. So for an example, I have assigned a ID. I am the user who is going to submit the 21 or 22 photos, right? So my ID number is 3 underscore 5001. So I have created this formulated sheet. So what I'll do is I'll just change the number over here, and I'll just copy paste it. So automatically you can see all the numbers are mentioned and the file name has been changed. So what I'll do is I'll copy it from here and I'll paste it here, because this particular user is submitting the 21 photos. So at least all 24 one photos will have a name of like 3 underscore 5001 underscore 1 underscore 2 underscore 3 underscore 4. So that means these are the images number and this is the unique ID of a user. So this will help us to understand that 3 underscore 5001 is a unique ID and underscore 1 is a image, enrollment image, historical images, right? This is a unique ID. So I have submitted the 22 photos. So this way we can fill it up. Now the next is age. For example, is age is 32. So just have to copy paste for the number against the number of images. Race is like black. I'm just giving an example, right? This is optional, so no need to fill it up. Gender is male. Country of ancestry. Country of ancestry, let's say my country of ancestry is India, but country of residence is Nigeria. Just an example, Nigeria. And then release from this point, I will come back to you. Vendor name is like you have to enter the company name until here, right? Legal name. Now, whose legal name? The user who is submitting the data. So, for an example, 3 underscore 5001 is a user whose name is Pankaj. So, I've entered his full legal name. This is don't have to take it from here. So again, all these informations will what I'll do is I'll copy it and paste it in next all for all the 21 or 22 images which I have submitted. So the next user, let's say Ronnie himself is submitting the images. So next user is Ronnie. So 5000 underscore 2, and again going back to that sheet, I'll change it here 5000 underscore 2. And how much images Ronnie is submitting? 22 images. So again, this I'll move back to here, and values done. So Ronnie has submitted 22 images. Ronnie's age is, let's say, 30, just an example. He might be younger or he might be older, just an example, 30. And then again, Ronnie is, let's say, East Asian, for an example, right? Male, and country of residence is Vietnam, and country of ancestry is also Vietnam. This will remain the same because one vendor is there. Now Ronnie's full name, whatever the name is, Ronnie Das, for an example, just don't take it personal, just an example, right? So again, we'll have to copy it for all the 21 images or 22 images, number of images we have submitted, and this will go on this way. So for each and every user, we have to make minimum 21 or 22 entries just to check whether the information is correct or not. Clear? This is a metadata format.
Yeah.
I've already shared the ID, right? So in this way, you can fill it up and all these things. Now moving on to last two columns, that is a rework status. Now rework status is something like that. For an example, Pankaj has submitted or Ronnie has submitted 22 photos. But due to XYZ reason, it can be like incorrect resolution, it can be like blur photo, it can be like photo is not clear, whatever the reason is. Let's say the enrollment photo of the Pankaj is rejected, enrollment photo, and rest of the photos are good to go, the rest of the photos are approved, but only enrollment photo is rejected. So if possible, can we ask Pankaj to submit one more enrollment photo with the corrections? If yes, then definitely we will take only one photo which is rejected, enrollment photo, and we will upload it in the same folder of 3_5_1, sorry, 3_5001, and we can mention it here, rework done, and on date which I have uploaded the new photo for that particular asset, right? So in this way, you can mention the date so that even the rejections which are happened will come to know that for these IDs, the team has done the rework so that the data can get approved. Clear?
Yeah.
Right. So if you have any doubt at any point of time, Ronnie, just get back to me. No issues. I'm always available.
Sure, Pankaj, sure.
Right.
Thank you.
So this is what we are talking about, so overall project. Now moving back to the guideline and the release form, which is the most important part. Release form is basically a consent form. So when we talk about the consent form, as we all know that users data is available and we are going to submit it to the company. So we need this consent form from the user, which is clearly mentioned that for this XYZ reason, we are submitting the data with their own approval and agreement. So we are submitting the data. So this has to signed by the user. This is how it looks. The manual signature should be there. The first name and the middle name or last name. So middle name is optional. If it is not available, then no issues. But first name and last name should be available, and it should match with the metadata. The first name and the legal name should match with the for that particular user. Date on which he has filled up the release form, the country of residence, and his gender, male or female, whatever, his age, race like South Asian, Middle East, Black, East Asian, Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Native American, whatever. Country of ancestry, whatever it is, India or in the approved list. And again, sign, middle name, last name, middle name is optional again, so date. And you can just give it in a PDF form. So you can submit it. So this is one release form which we are discussing. So now I'll tell you how to upload this data. Just a moment. We'll go back to the sheet. One moment. Is it something? Okay. So I have already created this link pp_int. So in this, you have to upload the images in the asset folder, right? So asset folder, how we are going to make the folders, like for an example, again, I'm just creating it 3_5001. Now in this particular folder, all the 21 images of that user whose ID is 3_5001. All the 21, 22, whatever, right? Similarly, the second folder will be 3_5002. Right? Now moving back to release form. So release form we have to submit it separately. So again, you have to just upload it. Don't create a folder. Directly upload the image. Directly upload the PDF file. And the naming convention of a release form would be in this form: 3_5001_release.pdf. 3_5001_release.pdf. So with this name only, you will upload the release form for that particular user. Making sense? I hope this is clear.
Yeah.
Right. So this is a release form which we are talking about. Right. So, and the most important part. So any questions till
So
now?
Pankaj, I have a question for you.
Hmm.
Uh, so you said we have to upload the photo from the past year. So if I some of my photos on the social media, can I download it? And then if the resolution is okay, can I upload it to the sheet?
See, any photos from the social media, I would suggest don't go with that, because obviously, big see, all the photos which you have uploaded in the social medias, that should be there in your mobile as well. And it's just a matter of 20 photos. Yes, of course, the historical photos, if you're not getting, you can take it from the social media, but again, it will change the EXIF information from the social media as well.
Okay,
Then how
okay.
we are going to authenticate Moshidur in that case, that these are not web scrapped, because any online platform, if we are using it to just have the images, though it is an owned account of a user, right, the owner of that
Yeah.
account is the user only, but ultimately any photos which we are downloading it from the any social networking platform, that will be considered as a web scrap.
I see. Okay, got it.
So there are some
So,
more questions. Yeah, go ahead.
yeah, so I have to upload the photos on the Google Drive, but in the Excel file, do I have to upload any photos? And
Sorry.
I have to upload the photos in the Google Drive, the
Right.
folder. So do I have to upload the photos in the Excel file?
No. Photos,
So
as
I just have to
I've
I
showed you
just have to
samples,
name those files. Okay.
right? As I've showed you the samples, in the same way you have to upload the samples. Like again, I'll show you the one more the complete document, which will help you to understand basically. Just a moment, I'll open that document. So for an example, again going back,
What data are you
this
looking
is
for?
the data which we have submitted yesterday, right? So
Yes.
in this asset column, you can see the folder is made only under 3_350. For an example, I'll open this folder so you can see all the 21 images of that user with the naming conventions. 3
Yeah.
underscore 350_1, which is an enrollment image, 3_350_2 till 350_21, all the historical images. So this set is done, right? In
Okay.
terms of images. Now, going back to the release forms. So for this particular user, 3_, we have the release form 350. This is the user. See, who has submitted the release form. So you can submit the release form separately. Now coming back to
Okay.
the Excel sheet. So here is the Excel sheet which I have uploaded so that my team can directly take it from here, whatever data you are uploading it online.
Okay. 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 Got it.
Got it?
Got it. So I just have to copy the file name and photo name to the Excel.
Right. I'll share you the this documented this formulated sheet which I have prepared, right?
Okay.
So that will help. That will save a lot of time, basically,
Okay. That will be great.
right? Okay. Any questions? So I've seen a lot of questions
Can
also.
I speak? Okay, me, can I speak?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, Yonis.
Okay, thank you. My question is, my country, Ethiopia, is in is not listed on the table.
Okay.
So am I not eligible for this project? That
Sorry,
is my question.
sorry, I missed your country name.
My country name is Ethiopia.
Ethiopia. Okay.
Ethiopia, yeah.
Ethiopia. Okay. So,
So
Ethiopia. Okay. So, see, your country list is not listed in the, not there in the list. So, just give me just maybe today's time. So, I'll just check and Amit, just I need a support.
No, Pankaj, the question is different. He's saying that he's from Ethiopia,
Hmm.
but if he's able to collect photos from the countries which are listed in the docs,
And that is good to
so
go. No issues. No issues.
correct, correct. So I think that is the clarity he needed because he
Yeah,
wants to work.
that's fine. That's fine, Amit. I'm okay with it. As I told earlier also, that no matter as a vendor or as a team, wherever you are living or resident is, if your reach is in those certain countries which are there in the list, you can source and submit to us. That's fine.
so
Correct. So
it's fine. I can go ahead.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Panja.
Okay, okay. And maximum how many photos are accepted from a single year for historical photo? That's a wonderful questions. So from starting from 2012, I would suggest take at least 2 to 3 photos from each and every year, right? But for current year, as I mentioned, from 2022, we are not supposed to give more than 3 photos. And in terms of approval, so basically again, coming back to the point, as we are having a project of submitting one enrollment on 20 historical photos, so I would always suggest to all my team members, don't go with the fixed numbers. It's better to have like 10 or 20% extra sourcing, so that in terms of, in case of any rejections, we should not go back to the users and look for the backup. It's better we have the backup prepared. So I always go with the 25 images rather than 21. So 25 will help us, like we will have two different types of historical photo with different solid background. We'll keep it that, and plus 23 historical photos, so that in any case if 2 or 3 photos are getting rejected, after that also I will give the complete set of 21 images. Because ultimately the project is, if out of 21 images, if any one image is also getting rejected, the entire data set will get rejected for that particular user, right? Next question is, which platform will be used mainly for the projects? So as of now, we are not using any platform. You can source the data as per your convenience, but avoid taking images from the users directly on the WhatsApp, Telegram. It's better you can use the Google Drive or any mail, chain mail or whatever you want. SFTP is there, from where we can collect photos. Yes, I've already mentioned the countries and all that. Also, am I still waiting from where we are collecting the photos? Okay, so I guess Margaret, I've already answered this question. You can collect anywhere from the listed countries. Like if we are covering the ethnicity like black, so the people should be from the black race and ethnicity. Can you share the screen? My screen is already shared. Can you share the Excel file? What is the vendor name and all that? Okay. So this will be taken care internally. I guess, Amit, there are few questions which is related to the, I guess, related
correct.
to.
So guys, you would be working under Intellier Limited. I think you guys have already got an email, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So I hope I have answered everyone's answer questions. If you want, what I'll do is that somebody is asking that can this meeting be recorded and saved for future or further clarity. No issues. What I'll do is, as of now, I missed that point. I would have recorded it. If somebody has recorded, that's wonderful. You can take it away. But in that case, just give me today's time. So tomorrow afternoon, I will be sharing one video recording. I'll be preparing a video recording tutorial kind of thing, wherein I'll explaining the everything and every detail, and you can just roll out that video to everyone. Will that be okay for everyone?
Okay.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
fine.
So I'm done from my end. Any questions? I'm most welcome to answer. Any questions? I guess Amit.
One more question.
Yeah. Tell me.
One more question from me.
Yes. Ask.
Okay, let me go ahead. Uh,
Yes.
can you hear me, Punjab?
Yes.
My question is, I'm from Ethiopia, as I told you. So, is it containing the field work that is required from us? For instance, for the achievement of the project, are we required to go on the field and pick a pictures, or it's just a field work or a homework
Okay.
working from the or from the tablet that we have?
Got your point. So, Jonas, there are two ways to look at it. First is it's up to you, because we all need historical photos. Only one live photo we needed. If that can be shared by the users on the mail, you don't have to go on a field. First point. Secondary, if there are approaches that you want, you and your team wants to take it, you are moving to different parts of the city or a country, and you are collecting the data. I'm okay with it. I have no issues in both the options. Either you are collecting the data sitting at a home and asking the user to submit the data via mail or via XYZ mode of transfer, I'm okay with it. At the end of the data, whatever data I'm receiving from your end, it should match the criteria.
না এলে 1 ঘন্টা গেছে কেন বসে রইছো
Okay.
জিগাও তো এই পার্টনারের জন্য
Okay.
তোমার সাথে আমি
So
যাই না
is there a deadline set for submitting the agreement paper?
That I guess Amit just check from your end. I guess he is more about asking about the agreement and contract. So I guess uh, he will be taking care
Yeah,
of.
yeah. Can you come again, please? I mean, what was the question? I just missed it.
Jonas is asking
Yeah.
for the
Okay. My
agreement and
question is,
contract.
So, Jonas, didn't you receive the contract?
I just received. However, the I have to just scan and I just have to sign the terms of the contract. I think so. It takes a time. For instance, for me, it is not convenient to do
No
immediately now.
problem. You
I
can
just
start off with the work. You can start off with the work. You can give us the agreement back tomorrow. You can take your time in
okay.
signing the agreement.
Okay, so I can do it tomorrow.
Correct. You can do it tomorrow.
Sure. I got you.
Yes, hello.
Okay. So any more
Yeah.
questions from anyone else, or we can wrap up the call?
Yes, I have question. Um, um, so before we came up with a list, some of us like, yeah,
Any questions from the team?
what I'm saying, please.
So Amit, I guess we
Um,
are done here. So especially Ronnie, if you have any questions, just let me know. I'm available, right? Or you can just directly send a mail to me regarding the metadata sheet or regarding the release form or data uploading. At any point of time, if you're getting stuck, just let me know. I'm available, right?
Sure, I'll do that. I'll do that.
Okay. Okay. So I guess we are done. So all the best, guys. Go ahead
Thank,
and just well.
thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you guys. Thank you
Thanks.
so much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone.